So in this video, we're going to show you the basics of addition and subtraction using assembler and specifically the MASM environment. Okay, so as before, include the libraries. We have constant equals no, even though we're not going to use it. And here are, I think we're not going to use it. I don't know if I have a print. Yes, no, we do have a print message here. So include that in any program that you create, okay, that you write. And here is, just adjust this a little bit. Here are the three variables we're going to use. So they're under the .data segment. These are all initialized variables. So X, Y, and Z, all D words, all integers, and X is initialized to -12, Y to 40, Z 30. So this is the equivalent of your C++ initialization with the equal sign. So remember, in assembly, we don't have an equal sign. Don't confuse these variables with the no, which is a constant, not a variable. Okay, now the most important thing that you have to understand using the microprocessor directly is that you cannot add or subtract or do an assignment directly from variable to variable. So this is not allowed. Something like this is not allowed. Yes, C++ and Java and other languages do it, but something internal is happening to allow you to do that. So the microprocessor itself does not allow it, and I'm going to show you with this thing here. Okay, so for example, let's say you want to do, you take a look at line 39, and this is maybe something that you want to do, right? Something like this, or just this, okay? Or something similar to C++ like that. This doesn't work because, as we call it, is memory to memory. So let me show you as it is right now. This is a comment. So remember, anything behind a semicolon is interpreted as a comment. So my code as it is right now is built successfully. As soon as I remove this and I tried to do an addition from memory to memory. So this is trying to do the following. It's going to go from right to left. So all of the procedures or instructions work this way. It goes from this location to that. So what you're trying to do here is add the contents of the variable y to whatever is in the variable x. Okay, so it's pretty much your C++ assignment, this thing, or in more extended format, this. This is not going to work. And let's take a look. I'm going to go to build this. And the assembler says, yes, there's an error on line 39. So it says invalid instruction operands, meaning that you cannot have memory to memory. Okay, it's not allowed. So every time you're going to do an assignment, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, or other procedures, instructions that require, transfer of variables, cannot do memory to memory. So this is out. So this does not work. I'm going to block it again. So then how can we do it? Okay, so this is the procedure. I need to first, if I want to do something like this, right? I want to find the value of x plus y minus z. This is the expression I want to find out. And I'm not including any multiplication or division yet because we haven't covered it in this video. So I need to first move the variable x into a register, or at least move one variable into a register. Then I can do the following. Then I can do add, and it's going to add this variable onto register EAX, which has the value of x. So this is in effect y plus x, or x plus y. And then immediately after, I can do subtract EAX z. So this is going to subtract z from whatever was in here before, which was y plus x, or x plus y. Okay, so at the end, in this register, I have x plus y minus z. Now, after this is done, after I've evaluated, I found the value of my expression, in this case, x plus y minus z, I want to print a message to the screen. We know how to do that, lines 47, 48. Message is just the result is, and I'm going to call writeInt. So remember, writeInt writes the value that is in this register. And it's very convenient that I already use register EAX to find the value of the expression because the writeInt grabs the value from it. And he prints the value to the screen. Now, the value is, there's no input in here because all of the values are already in the variables themselves. So I'm going to add this to this, right? Which will be 28. And then I'm going to subtract this, which should be 25. So this is, I think, the value I'm going to get on the screen. So let's see if that's correct. And sure enough, here is the value we get. The result is 25. Press any key to continue. You remember that's the output from line 53 here, the call to wait message. All right. So addition and subtraction is very, very simple. They must pass through a register. It doesn't have to be this register. It could be any other register. However, I'm using this register because I am going to call writeInt after. And the writeInt procedure needs to get the value from the register EAX. Okay, so both addition and subtraction take two operands, two parameters. One of them must be a register. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, one must be a register, and the instruction goes from right to left. So he adds this value onto whatever it's here. He subtracts this value from whatever it's there. Okay, so it's very simple, addition and subtraction in assembly math.